Elite Facts presents
10 strange people that actually exist.
10.
The Zombie Boy. Zombies are perhaps more in vogue now than they've ever been. Every summer there seems to be another wave of the living dead hitting the big screen. But Rick Genest doesn't have to wait until the warmer months to catch sight of a zombie. All he has to do is look in the mirror. Genest has spent over 4,000 Canadian dollars on tattoos.
9.
Lucky DiamondRich. Lucky DiamondRich has spent over 1,000 hours in the tattoo chair. That's roughly 40 days. But Gregory Paul McLaren is a dedicated man. The New Zealander is totally covered in tats, and that includes his eyelids, the skin between his toes, his ears, and even his gums. He's also had all of his natural teeth replaced with new shiny silver ones. Not content with covering 100% of his body in ink, he's now embarking on getting the black tattoos covered in white tattoos. When he's away from the inker's chair, and the dentist's chair for that matter, Rich can be found juggling chainsaws and swallowing swords.
8.
The Hawaiian Mutant. Kala Kaiwi certainly looks mutated, but his face is all man-made. Kaiwi has 75% of his body covered in tattoos, a split tongue, 70-odd piercings, numerous silicone implants in his face, and stretched earlobes and nostrils. That's all pretty run-of-the-mill for the people on this list, but Kaiwi took it one step further. He also has metal spikes screwed into the top of his skull. Kaiwi was inspired to look the way he does by his strong connection with his indigenous Hawaiian culture.
7.
The Illustrated Lady. Julia Noose was born different. She suffers from a rare condition called porphyria, which basically means that her skin easily blisters in sunlight, leading to scarring. Believe it or not, it was actually Noose's doctor who recommended that she look into getting some body art done, particularly with ink which matched the color of her scars. Noose obviously agreed, but what started as a medical solution soon became a bit of an obsession. By the age of 55, an incredible 95% of Noose's body was covered in ink, earning her a spot in the Guinness World Record books as the world's most tattooed woman.
6.
The Zebra Man. Horace Riddler was a professional freak and sideshow performer. Performing as the Great Omi or the Zebra Man, Horace easily stood out, tattooed as he was from head to toe in black and white stripes. To accentuate his tats, Riddler wore black lipstick and nail polish.
5.
The Lizard Man. If you had to pick an animal to look like, what animal would you choose? Well, Eric Sprague had certainly asked himself this question, and he knew the answer. The man from Austin, Texas went and had his tongue split in two, one of the first people to do so, and underwent a mere 700 hours of tattooing. He also had his teeth sharpened to fangs, his lips dyed green, and his septum and earlobes stretched. When he's not basking on a rock, Sprague is a modern-day freak show performer, showing off his fire-eating and sword-swallowing skills all over the world. 4. The Enigma. Whether Paul Lawrence is a fan of jigsaw puzzles is unknown, but one look at him and you would probably hazard a guess that he is. This sword swallower, who is no stranger to pushing an electric drill up his nostril, is covered in blue puzzle pieces. Enigma's tats are the work of over 200 tattoo artists. At one point, he had 23 artists working on him at the same time. The Enigma is also a bit of a media star, having appeared on The X-Files and Penn and Teller.
3.
Dumont. When we think of art critics, we often think of studious eyes behind trendy spectacles or a neat little suit and tie studying a brand new artist exhibition while brandishing a glass of champagne. Very rarely would we imagine a man like Dumont. Dumont from Geneva is completely covered in tattoos, has silicone implants that make horns on his forehead, big rings in each earlobe, and plexiglass piercings through his lips and nose.
2.
Catman. Are you a cat person or a dog person? Well, Dennis Avner was most certainly the former. The Native American, also known as Stalking Cat, took his allegiance to his totem animal, the tiger, to the extreme. Avner had extensive tattooing, numerous piercings, implants which allowed him to wear whiskers, more implants to change the shape of the face, his ears surgically pointed, and his teeth sharpened, all for the love of cats.
1.
bare big ears. Darrell Belmers has massive ears. Well, that's not technically true. He has massive ear lobes. They're so big he can literally wrap them around his face. Belmers has made it his mission to see how far he can stretch the saggy bit of skin most of us find no use for. The pastor's ears have 14 centimeter, 5.5 inch holes in them, making them the world's largest stretched earlobes.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more elite facts.